right. Good afternoon to all. I hope everybody's doing well. Happy New Year to everybody. I'm coming up here shortly, but overall, the game, I was just in the locker room with the fellows in there, and certainly all excited that we played really good complementary football. We obviously have your adversities during a football game, and the way you handle those is by just keep executing, and keep doing a good job of hanging together. And I thought the guys did a nice job with that for the most part. Early part of the game, defense gives up some bigger plays that we hadn't given up. Credit to the Falcons. They did a nice job, but our defense held serve. They're into the field goal range. They ended up missing a couple field goals, and it was good. But offense came out, did a really nice job in the first half. I really love the way we were feeding DJ in the first half. That was really good. And we had some explosives, not only in the first half, but the entire day. And we were aggressive. We had an aggressive mindset during this course of this game. We knew we were playing a good football team, and we certainly needed to be in that mode, so to speak. But with overall though, I really appreciate the guys in there, the way they've been battling, the way they've been fighting. To go 5-0 here in the last 5 games at home. And again, I just credited the Bears fans, on the radio show, and they've been fantastic. And I know we started out rough this year, at 0-3 at home, but we battled back to make it 5-0, which is a credit to the fans. They really help us out, and the players in that locker room. So a really good job in terms of that. Some of the guys that were highlighted today, certainly, you look at what Justin did. Justin had some really good pass numbers there. He had a couple touchdowns. The 0 turnovers was awesome. He had the sacks. But we certainly can clean those up. But he also had some really good escapes, that created some first downs for us. So that was really good. Obviously Herbert, was 18 carries for 124, 6'9" average, getting more physical, working downhill. I thought he made some really nice cuts today, which was really good. And then the defense, the defense did a really good job with the 4 turnovers to close those games out. That's what we talk about in the fourth quarter. The first thing in the fourth quarter is the ball. We got to protect it on offense, and we got to do a great job on defense taking it away. We did that, and then the 3rd and 4th down stops, or the 3rd and 4th down conversions that you got to make to finish out the game. And then getting some explosives. You have to do that in the fourth quarter as well, and then limit those explosives on defense, and then really be good at situational ball at the end to finish the thing out the right way. We did that at the end. We did what we needed to do. It wasn't perfect, but we did what we needed to do to finish the game. So. With that, open up to questions.
An incredibly excited vibe in that locker room right now. I mean, almost an understanding, big picture-wise, the guys are very optimistic about where this is headed. How would you describe the direction that this group is on?
Yeah, I think when you go through adversity, when you go through hard, it's it battle tested you. It makes you feel more appreciative of what you're doing right now when you have success. If it was all easy, it would be like, oh, no big deal. We're supposed to do this, and we know how hard it is to win in the NFL. And our guys completely understand that, and I credit the guys that have been here for the 2 years. Some guys came in for this 1 year, but the guys that have been around are the rookies that we signed that first year, that believed, that, hey, we're going to get this thing done, and we're going to turn this thing into the right way. Just again, I know it's a couple wins and all that, but I'm just saying, like, just to get that vibe in there of, hey, we can do this. That was certainly exciting for the players in there.
You mentioned Justin's escapability, especially on that 3rd and 8 play where he turned into 13 yards. He did that last year, but maybe it wasn't paired with the passing yardage like he had today. Just how different is he as a weapon when he can do that and throw for, 260 something or whatever it was?
Yeah, that's what we've been searching for, right? We've been searching for that. We've been talking and working on that during the course of the week, and he's starting to do that. So he has the ability to escape the pocket when it breaks down. On those critical situations, the 3rd down, 2-minute, those types of situations, we certainly want him to throw the ball on time, all the time, on 1st and 2nd down. But there's some times when you're creating, because that's the critical down, we need to get that down, he will create. And before it was mostly with his legs, but now you're starting to see him work out of the pocket and look downfield and make some big strikes. And the last couple of weeks are a great example of that. So that's how you gut a defense. And that's what makes it really hard when you got a scrambling guy like that can move around. And he's very accurate, in the deep passes too.
Matt, when you look at this game, you see the passing, rushing, you see the defense, you see you guys hold the lead. Does this check every box for you? Is this everything you want to see in a game?
Yeah, I would say no. It's never checks every box. There's a lot of mistakes out there. that we need to improve on. I'm going to look at this game like every other game. Go back and watch it tonight, and go back early in the morning in the office and watch it again. And then I'll meet with Getsy. We'll watch it together. Then I'll meet with the defense and watch it. And then we'll watch it with Hightower. So I'll watch it a few times, and we'll clean and wash it like we do any game. There's a lot of things that we can improve on, but there's a lot of good things we want to build upon. And it's always the yin and the yang with that, right? So once this game's in the books and it's 17-37, right? That's where it is. This is what this game was. That's what it is. So we can't change that. But what can we learn? From that performance. And that's the biggest thing. And I think that's really having that mindset is the mindset of growth. And that's how you keep getting better, not only as a football team, but an individual player. We'll look at those guys' individual techniques and fundamentals, and we'll continue to do that every single practice this week. And we'll have a plan for each guy. And the fundamentals win games. The footwork, the eyes, the hands, those are the things that win football games because that's how you execute during a football play. And that's what we're going to end up doing this week like we have done all the way through.
What went into the decision to kick the 55-yarder into the wind as opposed to 2 weeks ago in Cleveland, you were around 54?
You had that into the wind, huh?
Yeah, well, at least I thought.
Nope, you thought wrong. That was with the wind. That's
what went into the decision to do?
Yeah, just we ended up melting it down to the last part of it, and it was a monster kick, and we took the chance for it. And again, the risk you take when you take that kick is exactly what happened. And everybody's holding their breath, and oh my gosh, this is going to happen. They're going to return it, and the guys did a good job of covering it. Your heart's in your chest, your stomach for a bunch of seconds there, but again, that's the risk you take. So we thought we did a good job, in terms of where it was. Again, that's not. I credit Cairo for going out there and hitting the damn good kick, But again, that's hard business. But that time we went for it.
Comfortable with that range, 55, 54?
Yeah, it was like I said, it's the monster side of it. But yeah.
When you're trying to make those game kind of closing plays, I know you guys did enough to get it done. But you go back to plays like Tremaine's interception he could have had, Jaquan could have had one, Tyler went back in the end zone, penalties on Justin Jones and Lucas. What are the keys to try and make those plays when you're trying to slam the door open?
Yeah, that's a great point, Herb. I will say that you hit it right on the head there because those are the critical plays when you start rising, the buoy starts to rise, and you have to play better teams and good teams as you go, and you want to make a run. All those plays matter, and I'm going to point every one of those out to the guys and understand exactly where we need to be with our mindset because those plays will hurt you, and they do. They set you behind the sticks. They put you. It's 4th and 2, and all of a sudden now we got a new set of downs. They score in that right there, and when you're playing, into December, into January, that's going to make a difference. And we got to learn from that, and we got to make sure we really look at that, all those plays tomorrow going into next week.
At the very start of the game, they leave the field goal short. The snow's coming down. There's wind. Why was it important for you to go in the air right away to Justin with that deep shot? And what do you think it did in terms of the opening stuff up?
Yeah, just being aggressive. Your opening series. You want to feed your best player, and I think that's important to do. And you want to let the other team know that he's here, and you got to cover him. And so I think it's really good by Luke, and obviously Justin connecting with DJ, and that's always important. No, it's okay.
What do you think of the day by your second round rookie, Javon Dexter, and third season, had big plays multiple times?
Yeah, it was good. It's good to see Tyreek. Tyreek got 2 picks. TJ had 1. So it was good, really good by those. Spidey had another one. In the 2 minute there, take all the ones you can get, right? But yeah. He's doing a really good job in terms of his length, playing with, that style that we're talking about. And again, the hustle, and the hitting, and the playing the run is also important too. Everybody wants to see the flash and the flare when it comes, rushing the passer. And again, that's what they get paid to do for sure. But we've got to be a complete player, and he's working towards that. And he's getting better every single week to be that.
What do you think has changed for your team from the beginning of the season to the way they play now? What we saw today didn't look anything like what the first couple of months.
Yeah, I would just say continuity, right? We had a lot of injuries. We had a lot of new guys. We signed all those new free agents. We had a bunch of new rookies that we drafted, and just that continuity piece playing together. And I really just think it's that. I really do, and I really can't point to anything else. But a lot of hard work in between that point and this point now. Of the men in that locker room, the coaches. In that locker room, and everybody working, the performance staff, everybody working together, through adversity and, and through that hardness it took, of losing those games in the early part of the year, and now we really do a good job of making this thing, where it's, we're playing some good football. It's not great. It's not where it needs to be, but it's good football. It's solid, and it's winning football, and we just got to keep doing that.
Right before the 2-minute warning, you guys called for a play action deep shot. Justin ended up getting hit.
Yeah.
What was the thought process there, up 20 and exposing your quarterback?
Yeah, I mean, it's they end up calling time up before the 2-minute warning, so it's really a free play. We needed one first down to just kneel it out, and we were just trying to get the first down. So when they called the time up before the 2-minute, that's what we do. And it's a good play, and it wasn't open, at the time. So we just got to do a better job of just throwing it away. But again, that's smart doing that.
Coach, what was your reaction to the report yesterday from Ian Rappaport that you're going to be back as coach of the Bears next season?
Yeah, like I said, many times, my eyes are forward on the corrections of this game, and I really don't pay attention to that. And I'm a football coach, right? So I know there's always going to be noise out there, good or bad. And if you listen to either one of them, guess what? You ain't doing your job. And for me, doing my job is focus on the men in that locker room and the coaches and the development of the Chicago Bears, and that's what I'm going to do.
Coach, how do you feel personally from last season when the defense was good and you had a rough 14 games winning streak? So the point you're at now, your defense is dominant, damn near Super Bowl ready, and it's under your watch. How do you feel personally?
Yeah, it's really, like I said, the credit to the players. The players have put a lot of hard work in there. They've really bought into the system. This system has a lot of history. It goes way back, right? So if you just believe in the system, the coverages have changed over the years. The fronts have pretty much stayed the same, but the men all look the same. They all do. And they're long, they're lean, they're fast, and they know what to do and know how to do it. And that goes all the way back. And we got a lot of Hall of Famers in there, a lot of gold jacket guys, and we can always point to those guys, and the guys are excited to be in the system, and they're buying into it.
You guys got the number one pick in the draft today. Again, I know you're worried about this game and then next week.
Worried? I don't like the word that. That's fine. No. Getting ready, Pat.
What attention do you give to that, if any? It's obviously better than having the second or third pick in the draft.
Yeah, I really don't give attention to it right now because I don't think we're picking tomorrow. So I think you know what I mean. So the focus, like I said, if you do your job the right way, is you got to be here right now, get your eyes forward to the next thing, and the next thing for me is to go spend some time with my wife and my family tonight. We'll look at the tape. At the house, I got it hardwired in, and then we'll move on to the next 5:05 wake up and head off to the office.
Matt, do you have clarity on your future with the Bears? Do you know that you're coming back next season?
Yeah, like I said, I'm focusing on right here, right now. We'll have all those conversations at the end, with everybody that's involved, and certainly excited to have those conversations.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Thank you.